Look, I don't care if you voted red or blue in the last election. I don't care who you follow on TikTok. I don't even care if you still think the 90s were the greatest decade. What I do care about is the sheer, unadulterated disrespect the political class has for us all. And I've got a story out of Georgia that proves it. It's the kind of brazen bullshit that makes you want to crank up some rage against the machine, start smashing things. Here's the deal. A longtime police chief in Braselton, Michael Steffman, served for over 20 years. He got the big send off, the pat on the back, the formal retirement announcement. The town manager wished him well, noting his years of service. Ain't that sweet? But here's what they're not telling you. Hours after he stepped down, police investigators slapped the cuffs on him. This wasn't for getting to pay for his parking tickets. The charges? Stalking, harassment, violating his oath of office, and, this is a key, misusing of the department's automated license plate recognition system. This isn't left versus right. This is about an authority figure using the powerful, taxpayer funded surveillance tool, one that we are constantly assured is only for catching bank robbers and Amber Alert vehicles, to stalk and torment multiple people for his own personal reasons. The message is clear. They build the surveillance state and they think they get to use it however they please. Now, here's where it gets interesting. For those of you who aren't familiar, an automated license plate reader, or ALPR, is basically a high-speed camera network that captures the date and time and location of every car that passes by. Think of it as a digital diary of your movements, kept by the government. Your Trump-loving neighbor who worries about big tech spying on him, your Bernie supporting coworker who worries about police overreach. They probably agree on this. A state run system that tracks every move you make is fundamentally un American. It gives me a total Minority Report vibe, and not the fun kind. The political class, whether they're in a suit in Washington or a police uniform in Georgia, keeps telling us, trust the system. Oh, just trust us. This is all for your safety and security. Trust the technology. We promise. We'll only use it for good. But here we have the Braselton Police Chief Steffman, a man they just, quote, honored for 20 years of service, using this exact expensive public system to track people he wanted to harass. He wasn't catching terrorists, he was being a creeper. Who benefits from us fighting about police budgets or whether the national anthem should be played? The political class benefits. They distract us with cultural wedges while they quietly expand surveillance tools they can use against us. They want us yelling at each other about cable news, talking points so we don't look up and ask, why is a cop getting rich on our dime? And why did we buy him a $100,000 tool he then uses to stalk private citizens? The town manager, Jennifer Scott, said that they were disappointed by the circumstances, but they appreciate his years of service. Oh, fuck me. That's the kind of corporate CYA garbage they pull when one of their own gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. There are no real consequences. The consequence is a quiet retirement, a police statement, and then only under pressure from an outside investigation, maybe, just maybe, an arrest. Let me show you something both Fox and MSNBC won't tell you because it breaks their whole narrative. The issue is never the specific party or the specific job title. The issue is power without accountability. If you're a conservative, you should be outraged that your hard earned tax dollars bought a surveillance machine used for non official personal harassment. This is a big government overreach, textbook style. 1984, George Orwell, here we are. And if you're on the other side, you should be outraged that a privileged authority figure used his position to violate privacy and stalk people, treating public safety funds like his own personal subscription service to Clearview AI. The chief, the guy at the top, he thought he was untouchable. He spent 2 decades building up that power, and he figured the rules didn't apply to him. That's the real divide in this country. The power elite who think they are exempt from the law versus everyone else who knows a speeding ticket will land on their doorstep immediately. This isn't complicated. They make it complicated. They throw out 100 talking points to keep us busy while their cronies in positions of power, from town halls to federal courts, just keep serving themselves. The chief gets a respectable retirement and then an easy booking. The victims get their lives turned upside down and their privacy violated by a government official. See the imbalance? Here's the takeaway. This whole mess, the stalking, the misuse of government tech, the quiet resignation, is a perfect snapshot of the con. The political class creates a high-tech surveillance state, promises that it's for our safety, then uses it for their own profit or personal vendettas, all while we are distracted arguing about some national headline they dropped in our feed this morning. We are all under the thumb of a class of people who see public office as a ladder to personal enrichment and power, not a call to service. Every one of them should get paid minimum wage. That should be mandatory. But if they really cared, they wouldn't have made their last constitutional amendment all about giving themselves a pay raise. And when they get caught, they expect a soft landing, a few polite words, and a pension. It is time we stop falling for it. Stop fighting your neighbor who has the same crushing debt and the same lousy health care. Instead, focus your energy on your career of politicians and bureaucrats like this Chief Steffman, who break the trust and abuse the power we gave to them. Think for yourself. Find common ground. Reject the division they're selling. They need us divided to maintain their power. Don't give them what they need. Don't give them a damn thing.